I'm Kiki, and welcome to my stream. I unfortunately had to start late. I had a emergency that needed to be taken care of, but I am here now, and today I'm going to be drawing Momo from Dandadan in my style. In the background, the music that I am listening to is from a YouTube channel called Game Chops. They remix a lot of game music, and it is a great listen to. You guys should go check them out. It is pretty good. So I'm going to get started here. Yeah, my sound is working. The only thing that is not working is my avatar. I don't know why she's not working. Hello, testing. There it goes. There we go. It just wasn't working for a second or two. I may try to make this into a desktop wallpaper. We'll see how it goes. I am definitely not going to be able to get it finished today, but I will post on Twitter and on Blue Sky the finished results. I am just starting to get a little bit situated here. I did have a Momo reference, and I have to get that real quick again before I start. I really like the pop art version that they do. And I'm just gonna copy it so you guys can see it. I really kind of like that look of it, so I may go for something a little bit like that with the Momo picture that I'm going to draw. Something surreal, something pop art with the colors and everything. So it makes an interesting background picture. But that is not the reference that I'm going to use. If I can, I have let's switch over. Let's go ahead and delete this real quick. The reference image I'm using is a more generic image. It is going to be this image of Momo that I'm going to be working off, but I'm going to put, of course, it's going to be in my own style, and it's going to be in that more pop art look that is present in the opening theme of the anime. I really like the look of it, so let's get started. I can delete this because I have her in front of me. So delete this layer here, and I'm gonna get done as much as possible because today I am on a little bit of a time crunch, so I may have to end stream a little bit earlier today. We'll see. But until then, we'll can listen to this music, and I can draw Momo and everything. So I'm going to actually found a decent pose that I'm going to work on, and this will probably not get completed before the end of stream. Like I always do, I get a color that's not black and do my sketching with that. Since I do plan on making this a wallpaper. Free to anyone that wants it. I'm going to draw on a bigger canvas than I normally do. And I'm gonna put her in this sitting pose. That is that I have in front of me. I think it's a cute pose. I actually, give me a second, I don't have chat open. There we go. Just in case. And I can see everything. Alright. So we are going to put her in a sitting pose in this there's a figure that I like the pose of, so I am kind of copying its pose right now. I'm gonna put my own little spin to it. So this is just kind of blocking out the pose. It is going to, gotta trust the process here, and it will look different than when I'm posing. It's just something that I can have an idea of what I want to do for the image. Go in with even a different color here to kind of flesh this out a little bit. I recently enough finished watching the anime of Down to Dawn, and I wasn't expecting it to just kind of end, and it did. I think episode 12. I haven't watched the I haven't read the manga at all. So it is, she actually has like this almost rounder face. So let's do that. I haven't read the manga at all, but I might, because I don't know. I can be kind of impatient, waiting for that kind of thing. So I might try to see if I can pick up the manga and read it and see where it goes from there. Cause I'm not one that really likes to hear spoilers. So if I can watch it sooner than, or read it sooner than later, would be best. It's always been interesting to draw fan art because I really like designing my own characters, and while fan art can be fun, I definitely won't typically draw in the original style of the anime or whatever. I like to draw and interpret the character in my own style. So, although I really like the style that Dantadan is drawn in, it is it's, for me, and or I guess in my opinion, it's one of the more unique looking animes. It's got some really crazy stuff in it that I wasn't expecting when I first started watching it, but it still had me hooked. So that is a much fatter marker. Let's go not so close. So let's see how far I can actually get with this today, with the shorter stream time. That line there is a little thick, but I think I can make it work. I might thin it out. Actually, now that I think about it. And get Momo's face in there. You know what? Let's just redraw it. I was gonna maybe use a smaller brush. That's better. I still want to thin this line out a little bit with a different eraser. Because I've got this erase along the edge eraser. Not one I like to use for cleaning up the lines at all, so let's turn this here. Too much. There we go. And kind of fix these lines a little bit. Alright, that should be good. There we go. Momo's got just a little bit of a more rounder-ish face. I should probably go ahead and make this brush a little bit smaller. There we go. This is really, I really like this character. She's great. So I'm actually been pretty excited to draw her. See, I'm gonna end up just redrawing this whole line here. It's what happens when my initial sketch work is so just plain and nothing. I like that better. I think maybe I could just slim down the cheek just a tad. I know I said that she has a more rounder face, but I think this will look better here. There we go. And she's got these really cool alien earrings. It's be first in a while that I actually draw in the ear and then not have to immediately erase it, which is nice. So just kind of looking at her earring, it is this round piece here. Use a smaller brush. And go ahead and draw in this I'm gonna go back here and look at her character design. So in the anime, her earrings actually don't have the alien face on it, or at least from the reference images that I see, but I know they do have them. I think they have them in the manga. I'm gonna draw them in anyways, instead of just leaving it there. So it is, while they are connected, they don't look connected. They kind of just like free float, which is a stylistic choice, to say the least. Alright, let's make this into a 3D object. There we go. And then have that printed on like alien-esque face on it. And this one I'm copying from the manga itself. Yeah. Actually, I'll fill it in later for that part right there. Alright, now I need to go back to the reference that I was working off of before. There we go. And then she is gonna be drawn in my style, so I'm gonna go. She's at sitting at an angle. Alright, let's see if we can get her face in here. And I'm gonna have an idea of where her skull would be. So when I start drawing this up, these other parts, it will start to make sense. All right, so go into this layer, give myself some guidelines to work off of, I guess. Even though they don't make the most amount of sense, they will. But trust the process here. If her nose would go here-ish, and I may go ahead and like erase all this. This is just kind of some guidelines to work off of. There we go. So I have something to work off of. Lower the opacity there. Work with a little bit larger brush. 20. Nope. The next line. And draw in her now in my style, I will tend to draw the eyelashes in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that here as I work on this. Give her noticeable eyelashes. And this particular brush has a tendency to do these little lines that flick off here, and I'm gonna erase them so they're not super noticeable. There we go. Draw her iris. Actually, let me fit it within the eye here, and that might make it a little bit easier to draw in, or not. I may copy a little bit on how they do the eyes, how the mangaka draws the eyes a little bit. Alright. At least the iris part. Because even though it does tend to be in... I will always tend to draw in my own style. The way I draw eyes, it does change a lot. So, you know, it just kind of depends on how I'm drawing the character. So we're gonna do a more solid black for the eyes here. And then fill in this portion here. Now when I do this, and I'm gonna do this for her as well, when I do it like this, I always add like a little bit of lines here for the eyes, and then I'll put the shine. So let's get some of these more distracting, not that stuff, out of the way, because then it helps me get an idea of how badly I've messed up. So let's, her skull can be plotted in a little bit better than this. And it's just, like I said, to get a better idea of what I'm going to be drawing. Because I gotta draw her hair in all this, and a lot of that's just gonna get erased. It's just for my benefit. And I may go ahead and move her eyes just a tad. Nope. I'm on the wrong. Let's move it about there. I may have to move her eyes again once I get the other one in here. Alright, so then I'm gonna start working on the other one. And I'm gonna work, there we go. And then when I draw eyelashes, I kind of have them extend past as they're jutting out into 3D space. So I'm going to do that here. And erase this bit there. And do her eyes here. I think that looks good. I'm gonna try to make this line not so wiggly. It was a very wiggly line, so I could kind of. Of course, I drew that on a separate layer. That's okay. I'll fix that in just a second. Fill it in and then fix it. Merge the layers. And then draw her eyes in. And then I will draw in her... I think on this drawing, the line art's gonna be much, I guess, much thicker. Actually, let me go ahead and merge this below, so that way I can fix some of this other stuff that I'm working on with her. And then that line is not so wiggly. Give her more serious look. I think this pen might be too thick for what I want to do. I might fix this one a little bit. I think maybe that's what's throwing me off. That's better. There we go. I think I like the way that's looking there. And then draw in a mouth for her. And fix this line here. There we go. I might fix her, the whole outline of her face a little bit. We need a smaller eraser. Let's go size 6. Yeah, I think I like to fix this just a smidge. And then come in here and fix this here. Not bad. Let's give her a little bit of a chin. I think the way that I drew it before kind of made it look like she didn't have much of a chin. You know, and she needs that. She needs a chin. And give her eyebrows, and I always tend to draw thick eyebrows than you see mostly in anime, but like in Dandadan, her eyebrows are thick anyway, so it works. It fits with the style that I draw. The style that I draw in. Her eyelashes didn't quite look good. There we go. Then I gotta draw her. She's bald for right now. I was about to go in there and draw her her hair. See, those are just guidelines. Not bald yet. I mean, she's not gonna stay bald. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I always draw my characters bald right off the bat. Alright, so I'm gonna do a whole new layer. She's got... If I draw in first where her hair swoops to the side and then draw on top of that would be, I think, better. Alright, so she has just where her hair actually just meets her scalp here, because she's got all this. So she's there we go. That should look good, or that should look fine. And hair has volume, so I'm gonna draw the easiest part here, which is the hair going. I can erase all this. I don't need all that mess. Oh, too big. I'm gonna have to fix her ear a little bit when I erase that. There we go. Back to her hair and adding in. She's got the line art on this one is going to be a little bit of that. She's got a head. I'm trying to fit it in there, or all her hair, I guess. And I gotta look back at the reference that I'm using. Isn't the greatest. I gotta look at it like a head reference here, so I can get an idea of the way her hair actually is. And I actually may erase all of this. So let's erase that. She has the part that goes behind her ear, and I have this line here that's throwing me off. And then the rest that goes underneath. So let's see if I can get all that in there and have it look like her. You know what it is? I don't like the way this is going here. There we go. And her hair? I gotta look at multiple reference images so I could get a better idea of the way her hair goes. Because the more simplified anime version is very different. I think I did this line here. There we go. Alright, so I've got and it's because her hair is going behind her ear. I'm gonna have it curve in like that. This makes sense. Alright, I need to erase some of these extra lines here on this layer below so I can kind of get an idea and I can see what I'm drawing in, or what I'm drawing. this line here. What layer am I on? Okay. I have a tendency to kind of mess up what layer I'm on. Got these weird artifacts from when I was just sketching before. I'm gonna go in there and fix that a little bit better. And then... And even in... I'm just gonna simplify that a little bit. Erase this line then redraw it completely. And maybe turn. What really is gonna make her look like her is her distinct bangs that swoop from side to side. Or swoop in this like almost like, I don't know why I want to say the word peacock-like. I don't know. Oops. Okay. So I've got that. I'm gonna draw in some extra line detailing. Make it look a little bit nicer. Now, see, it's nice to say that I am drawing her in my style so that it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. Because I don't know if I could. I know some people are really great at drawing something 100% accurate to the original artist, and I think it's a really great skill. I think it's a skill that is needed, like especially in animation. You're trying to draw a character on model. And so you can't be changing the character around, but since I'm not animating her, I am just drawing her in my style. I can make changes as I see fit, and which is great for me. It doesn't have to be accurate, but I like I said, I think it's a really great skill to have. So I drew this swoop, which is going to get erased because she has, most of it's going to get erased, but she has like a lot of messy hair right here in the front. So let's get in some hair going this way. And then a cross of hair going that way. So I'm going to take a smaller eraser and get into this here. And in the anime, or at least in the reference picture that I have here, it's not really determined which hair is in front of the other one. So I'm just taking a best guess. But this one is in front of that one, so I'm gonna erase these lines here. Once I have her bangs in, and it's really gonna start looking like Momo. She's got a lot of these bangs that just kind of flip out. So I'm gonna Try to do that the best that I can. Shane's getting rid of these lines here. That I think would stay. And then let's go ahead and go on this layer and erase all of this. There we go. Like I said, coming along, it looks more like the character when she has her iconic bangs. And then she's got this. Nope. Oh, come on. There we go. This flip of hair here. I'm gonna go back to a thicker brush real quick too. To kind of, actually I can just do this in this layer here and then erase what I need to. So I can get some thicker lines for the, for the rest of her hair. Or for like the outside bang here. At least let me try to draw it in a way that I like. Oh, that's better. I think that's... oof. Maybe... Let me fix this line here. And she's got her hair going, kind of goes, when it's down like this, kind of goes out and into like bigger chunks. And then I can take this, erase that, and she's got a weird like loop, I guess, that comes this way that I hadn't noticed before going with her hair. So, but you know what, you gotta get those details in so it really looks like the character, even if it's going to be in your own style. I feel like I'm missing part of her skull here, to be honest, now that I look at it. So we're gonna, at least I don't like the way that this curves. It's gonna get there, I swear it will. And that's on a different layer. I think I kind of like the way that it kind of flows this way. I may need to just erase all of this and then fix it from there. the way her hair is. I think that works. I think that works out there. There we go. Make sure some of these lines are connected, and erase some of these other ones that shouldn't be there. This one here. And then I'm going to combine these lines. I can erase that completely. But what layer am I on there? There we go. And I always leave the eyebrows. The eyebrows give a certain amount of expression. And hair's relatively, because it's in strands, see-through. Okay. Now I'm gonna start drawing in her body. Like I said, this is in more of my own style, so like in the face it's going to look a little bit different. Oh, and she would have, let's make a new layer, so because you would definitely, you would see the other earring back here, but you wouldn't see the design of the earring on that end. So what layer do I have? That hair, so I can erase that there. You have to have these elements that really, you know, scream said character. Alright, perfect. I'm gonna say that for her hair is done. I'm gonna merge these layers together so it makes it easier to work with if I need to make any adjustments. There we go. Now I'm gonna have her sitting, and I already adjusted her so far from the original plan, but that's okay. I may want to go ahead and make this on a new layer for her. And even though all of this is going to be covered up, I'm just trying to get an idea of where her arms would be in her, on her body, because you're not going to see any of her collarbone. She's going to be wearing her normal school outfit instead, but I need to draw all of that in. So she's got this choker, and drawing in where it makes sense. And then she's got a collar, because that is part of her school uniform. Okay, I got that. I need my correct reference. Oops. Now, this is just me referencing the anime version of her. So I'm sure she looks a little bit different on the manga. A collar, well, she doesn't have a button, so that actually works out. This way. I mean, it is eventually buttoned down here. And there is a button here. There we go. And she is got collars are probably, for me, the hardest thing to draw and make it look correct. Alright, I have that on a separate layer so I can erase what I need to here and not have it affect the drawing below. And I also need to, because you're not going to see all of her collar because of the, oops, her hair. I think you would see there. There's hair coming in front of there. And that's on a whole different layer. Perfect. And she has a bow tie. So I'm gonna draw that in here in a second. And she's wearing a sweater, and I gotta put an angle here for her. Because she's gonna be, I'm just getting an idea on a different layer here of which way she's going to be sitting, because she does wear this baggy sweater, so I do want to get that idea or have that baggy sweater in there, but I'm just trying to get an idea of where her body will be sitting. So on a different layer, let's go ahead and get her bow tie and her sweater in. And it's an extremely baggy sweater. So we are going to, we'll do this in pieces here. See, that should be the sweater here. It's that's not right. While it is a sweater with a collar, I want the collar to look at least correct. So we're gonna do this so it looks right. Get the details of the character correct. That's not what I wanted. So clothing can be quite difficult for me at times, especially like the different folds and stuff. And I do have a generalized idea of the way that the folds go in the points of tension in clothing, but it doesn't always work out that way for me. Like, I don't always get it right, and it does take multiple goes at it. But you know, what they say, practice makes perfect. And part of this is gonna be covered up anyways with this bow, and I'm gonna draw that here. So and she usually wears it quite loose around her neck. Instead of right up to her neck, because she doesn't wear it correctly, or the way that it's supposed to be worn at her school. So draw this bow in. that's not correct. It would be a little bit more angled in this direction. And there we go. I come in and just literally erase everything that I drew before. How these things go sometimes. And she's, like I said, it's loose around her neck, but you would see a little bit there. And then where are the lines for her collar? Here they are. I'm gonna erase those lines. And at the end, I'm going to be combining all these extra lines together. Let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to have a better idea of what I'm drawing here. Oh, something is covering my avatar. No. There we go. Much better. Okay. I'm going to combine most of these layers, or at least this layer with that. Merge with the layer below. Then get in here and draw and fix some of these lines. And like I said, these here on this layer, a lot of that is just guidelines. That is not what's gonna go or how her body is gonna look. It's just kind of getting an idea of where she is. Okay, I've got that. I have a lot of lines here in the collar, I think, that need to be erased. Yeah, she's got the earrings, and I make it a little bit more obvious. There we go. Okay, so this part of the sweater, oops, does have lines that go up this way that you would see there. Okay, so it's gonna be a baggy sweater, but you do get an idea here of, and I actually may have to make her smaller so she fits on the page. And let's go ahead and do that. Let's combine these lines, merge with the layer below, so then I can resize her. There she goes. And bring her up here. About there. There we go. And then she... I will have to probably make her... her back. If I did her kind of like this. This line is probably a little too much. There we go, and I have to put her arm in front here and try to get... I'm gonna fix this a little bit, so just trying to get an idea of where her body would be. gonna do that magical, like, skirt that you can't, see anything. Kind of as she's sitting here. If I did that, if that's where her leg is, this would come up here. Instead. Which means her skirt, just so we don't see anything, we're gonna extend a little bit more. And I'm gonna fix all these lines, just kind of trying to get an idea of where her skirt's gonna be. Alright, so all these lines here will need to move. And then have this here. I'm gonna have this tightly wrap around here. There we go. And then I'm gonna redo this line here. Just a smidge. So it looks like the sweater. And redo this line too. It is supposed to be a baggy sweater, but in that area it would tighten around a little bit. So let's fix this. Get that point of tension. Come on, lines. Come on, hand. It's my hand. It doesn't wanna work today. Which is a problem. There we go. And then I'm going to fix her skirt here. And it is going to be falling onto the floor here. Nope. 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 Alright. And let's do... There we go. That way that skirt makes sense. And it's kind of... Because the skirt itself is like a rigid pleated skirt, so it would it'd bend a little bit. Like it wouldn't just be a it wouldn't just like fold like some like softer fabrics would. It would bend with her as it lands on the ground, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So I'm trying to do that here now. No, let's try to go straight with that. And have this skirt also kind of bend in a way that, well, maybe it's not quite possible, that it covers up everything. And it still looks like her skirt, which is a pleated skirt. for her school uniform. I have those like artifacts of a line here. There we go. That's what that should look like, I think. I don't know. Clothing's not my thing. But I can at least attempt to make it look right. There we go. This line probably wouldn't do that at all with this. Because I have this going the wrong way. These lines are all wrong. I was zoomed in really close, so it is easy to make these kinds of mistakes, but that's okay. We can get this fixed. So I kind of want this here. And we're just gonna bend this skirt in this way. So that it doesn't have to make complete sense, but so that it bends with her a little bit, covering her up. This part doesn't have to be. You wouldn't necessarily see much of anything there. I don't know if I'm liking what I'm doing here with this. Because if I follow the curve of her leg and follow this here, I can probably get away with doing that there. Let's fix this. I'll fix this part here. And I'll fix these lines here. I think that should look okay. Just kind of have this magical skirt fly up this way. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Because I think this is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that looks better. Just a magical skirt just kind of covering everything up. Don't want everything exposed here. That would not look proper here. Draw in her leg. There. And there we go. It's getting there. I think if I did, she's also got these cute socks that I'm gonna make sure that I put in there. Let's get her leg completed where it looks like a leg. Just kind of get an idea. She's got, and this is gonna change a little bit here in a second, so that way I can get an idea of where her foot is supposed to be. I think that would be right. I'm thinking if I take her other leg and then make it flat down, I think that will work out. I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer and just use that as a guide. It changes up a little bit. I kind of think the other leg would come down like that instead. And that would be correct. I can only assume. I don't have a really great reference for her other leg here, but it should be fine. Okay. Yep. This is gonna take a little bit longer than I originally expected. Let's draw her, or let's finish the leg here so it looks correct. I did have a better reference for this. I did hike up her leg higher than I originally intended, so maybe I'll bring it down just a smidge. Now it might be fine. Okay, let's draw in her leg. I kind of think that doesn't feel right to me. Anatomically correct. All of this is probably got to be erased and then redrawn. I pointed her foot. I think that would look. Yeah, that's me trying to draw backwards. That makes sense. That doesn't feel right. How does this? It's because it goes up like this. That's why. You know, you just kind of know when you look at something how wrong it can look. And it's like it just didn't feel right. That feels better. And then there we go. Much better. And erase all of these lines. I will need to draw in. Does that look right? If I did that, her leg that well hiked up, I'll fix the other leg. But I don't know if that feels right. I feel like that angle doesn't look quite right. Maybe I'll do I have another? I'll draw in this other leg afterwards. Let's see how I feel, how the other leg should be. Cause it's not. That doesn't seem correct to me. Let's get the eraser. Let's erase this. Something's not quite right with the leg here, and I'm trying to figure that out. need to see like a real person sitting like this. Let's see if I can get that. Open a new tab. Woman sitting on floor, legs stretched, I guess. See what I get with these. Do get reference images, not quite the best ones that I can think of, but we put one knee up. One knee up. All right. Man, all these references aren't exactly what I'm looking for, but I guess I can make it work. So it does kind of look like if I did this, that if I did a line, what, here? Like that, then it will look correct. Yeah. Well, you know, it's always good to look at your references or look at references of real people and not just like of like the anime character it's herself, because then I can get an idea of what she's supposed to look like. And if I did, because her foot, and I'm just, because she's gonna be wearing her full uniform, I'm just trying to get her foot would be a full side profile, and so this is just trying to get an idea, and I think that's balanced with her where her butt is, so that should work out. Okay, that, I think that's working out. That reference really helped. So that means that her other leg would come there where you would see it, and then it would have, let's see, if it was like her knee, I think this would come up a little bit here on this leg, at least according to this reference, which is great for this. Let's see, move her a little bit. I didn't want to delete that whole thing, that whole line, but I did it anyways, and I have to redraw her. It's coming in with a sketch line that I'm just gonna darken up instead of trying to draw on top of it. All right. I did that instead there. I think it'll look better. And then this would come, she would have a knee going down this way, and then her leg going down like that. Maybe a thinner line here, but you get the idea. And curve here. And because her foot is actually going to lift up her foot here a little bit. And then her foot should be straight there. I'm gonna have that drawn a little bit better as I do this. And go in with this and just kind of bring that in entirely. And draw in the curves of her, or draw in the wrinkles, I guess, of the sweater that you would see being pulled. I think that's good there. And then she would have a... She is normally with her sleeves down, or yeah, her sleeves going all the way. Because it's a baggy sweater, right? So there we go. I'm gonna have this going here for her. And once again, I'm drawing. This is the second drawing that I've done where the hand kind of goes off. I was gonna have her other arm come up, which I still may do that. Now she's got, I'm gonna go another layer above here and draw, I'm gonna have them be more baggy than the, not that baggy though. Then I guess what's shown in the anime. And then kind of fit over the shoe. I wonder how much further I can get with this drawing. I may actually only be able to get the line art. We'll see. And it should curve and follow the curve of her foot. There. And curve this way. Nope, that doesn't quite look right. I know socks have volume, but it is supposed to be tight around her foot, so we're gonna do that. Because how else is it staying up this way? On her. You know what I mean? Then draw. There we go. What lines do I need to erase here? I need all this erased. And all that. And come back on her sock. Because we want that going around her leg. Back to this layer. Need to erase that. There we go. Oh, you're fine. I was actually quite late myself. My day is actually going quite well. Today's stream actually may end up being a shorter stream. Because I've had to do a lot this morning that I'm gonna still need to be able to do. But how about you? How's been your day? Let me get in these lines here. There we go. Where's that line? I'm gonna erase some of this extra fold in these fabrics. Just get an idea. There we go. Then we're gonna draw her shoe in. Momo has these brown school shoes. Oh, her socks are quite baggy. I could probably get away with drawing them baggier. One thing I think I draw well enough are shoes. So this actually can end up looking pretty okay. Alright, so these shoes have... It's these like typical... like school shoes with this strap here. I think it kind of looks like a strap. Oh, you studied all day? Oh, but you say it's fine. Yeah, but you know, unfortunately, sometimes you just gotta buckle down and study. But it ends up working out for your education, that is. Alright, so I've got her strap in here, and I've got the this part of the shoe. So let's erase some of these other lines. Yep, that is what I'm working on right now, is her shoes. She's got these school uniform shoes. So I'm trying to make it work out here. I think this is a harder shoe to draw, in my opinion, than like sneakers, which is something I draw on my characters a lot. So I'm gonna fix some of these other lines, and that doesn't look quite right. Let's fix this part here. Go back to where I drew her shoe, because the top of the foot doesn't quite look right. Oh, thank you. Well, it looked okay. I do want to get the shoe to look a little bit better. What line is this? There we go. So she's got let's do these lines here. See, this would be, that goes there. No. Nope, that doesn't look right. The soul, but maybe the souls are a bit big. I don't know. You may be right. It may be a bit big for this character. That actually may be why it looks weird to me. So let's go in there. Let's actually fix that up. The soles are actually the inside of the shoes, but I knew what you meant. I'm gonna combine some of these layers so that way I can merge with the layer below. And I think you're right. The heel back here probably could have been fixed too. But I do think you are correct. I think the shoe itself was a little bit bigger than maybe I could, and maybe the heel is a little bit bigger than what it should be. Shoes can be hard to say the least. Oh, the midsole? You know, funny enough, I didn't even know what it was called. So this should be wrapped around this way. When you draw enough shoes, you start to learn like the anatomy, I guess, of the shoe. Not that I draw shoes always correct, but there should be a little bit of a bent here, but like not so extreme. I think that's right. I'm gonna erase this down here and have that follow a little bit harder of a curve here. And maybe the outsoles, like the tip is too round. I think you're right. I think because hers are pointed. So let's fix that. You know, I don't know the anatomy of a shoe, or at least the name of the parts of the shoe. So I have no idea what they're supposed to be. That looks better, or it's looking better. I'm working on it. It's gonna come around better. Like the Mary Janes are a delicate type of shoe. Yeah, I think they're meant to like be useful in a way, like to make her look how these characters look more youthful. Like young children wear Mary Janes. It's a more difficult shoe. When I draw my characters, the back part of this heel is probably completely incorrect. So I'm gonna have this come up just a little bit. There's a little bit of a heel, but it's not that big of a heel. Alright, so I'm gonna come in here just a little bit so I can draw this, because I know this is supposed to be the front, and I'm just kind of drawing these lines so that way when I draw this, oops, at least look correct enough. Because this would go up here, and then the bottom of the shoe. And you would see that portion of the shoe here. Alright. Let's, and then I'm gonna clean up some of these lines here. There we go. And then clean up some of these lines. It's not exactly perfect, but it'll do for what we're trying to do. It's fine. And then I gotta fix her sock here. This line is completely wrong, but that's okay. Erase all that. And I think this should be... I do too. I like it much better now. And I think it's more appropriate for the character. These lines are really thick. I'm gonna thin them out a little bit. So let's do that now. So it's not super thick lines. And thin those lines out. Yeah, that's looking better. There we go. And then I have a line, yeah, I have like lines back here that just kind of need to be erased. Much better. And finish out the sock. There we go. Now she's definitely coming along. She's got a foot, and this is not gonna be exactly there. Her foot would be a little bit shorter here, but it's just to get an idea. Alright, now I'm gonna make another layer like underneath all this. I'm gonna go in with a red just so I can get the idea. So that's too far, or too far in. So her leg would be here. This would be where her ankle would be, which means her foot, which is lifting her ankle, would be here. So then when I draw the shoe in, that's where that's gonna lay on. Have an idea where her shoe will be. Alright, now I gotta draw these shoes again. And this is gonna be a complete profile picture. But to make my life a little bit easier, I'm gonna turn her here a little bit and draw her shoe in. Get another layer and then draw her shoe. And that's, you know, it's gonna be a complete side profile. So we're gonna work on the heel a little bit. And then have the, and this is the part where I will probably have to, like, redo a few times to get it look right. But once we start doing it, it should start to turn out okay. The side profile is harder, I think, to the complete side profile of a shoe is harder to do, in my opinion. But I do want her shoes to look right, and I can adjust the ankles a little bit on this. It is a shoe, so it is round. This is probably where I need to be worried about. Alright, so she's got, the shoe has a tongue that comes, I need a better reference of this shoe. Oh, it is pointier. Alright. Okay, so this will actually come way up. It should go around. And I don't have her foot drawn in there, so it makes it a little bit harder. I may have to draw it in there to help with this. But okay. Because this is more of a rounded top here. And then not like a complete, like, but just a bit more rounded. This can be up like here. So the different references actually have different looks to this shoe. So I'm gonna just copy the shoe that I've got for the most part and just kind of work with it like that. She will have her baggy socks. So I'll work on that. Let's get rid of some of these more and this will probably not be as nice looking as the other shoe, but it should just fit well enough. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now let's draw on top of this. Here. Oops, still not erasing that line. And then trying to draw the socks in here and have them still be kind of baggy where you could see them. Let's I've got all these lines. I gotta figure out Oh, I drew them on the same layer. Of course I would. That's okay. Alright, let's flip her. And while that's probably not perfect, it should be fine. Get kind of lazy with shoes. Okay. Alright, so now I've got her in there. I've got her wearing her sweater. I may just go ahead and be lazy with the other arm. I was gonna have it going up, but you would not. I think that's good. As far as where she would sit and where I don't think you would see the other arm on this side. Okay. And then let's look at some of the other layers that I have that I can just actually flatten the image. I'm gonna cover up. Let's flatten the image or merge visible layers. And then just work on the line art a little bit here. And get the eraser, make it much smaller. Work on some of this right here. Just erase all that. There. Erase that. I think I'm trying to see what I have drawn here. I think this is just something that needs to be fixed with an actual pen. Why is that? Am I on? Oh, it's because it's white. Okay. There. Alright. I've got the line art complete. I'm gonna have this be now I'm gonna go in with this like more pop art style that is seen in the opening. So I'm gonna go with some very bold like hot pink and colors to go with this, because let me pull up some of the references that I'm gonna pull from. I actually might just full on take this oops, that's not what I want. So I'm gonna use that kind of as a reference like it is in the opening. Oh, you're eager for the color. Yeah, it's one of my favorite parts, and so I'm gonna kind of go with like this very pop art look that they do with the intro. And I could go and make the and I could go and sit here and make the and pull the colors exactly. I don't necessarily want to. It's my own version of it, and it's gonna be very flat colored, like the anime. So she's gonna have these very bold colors. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do here for I might go with like some very vivid greens and stuff. she's got like this very dark, in this reference, colored hair. Where's my eraser? Let's go back to tools. Make it a little bit bigger. Have it be the erase along the edge. There you go. Bit bigger version of that tool. There we go. I actually don't need to worry about getting the colors there because it's gonna be in layers. So I can be a little bit messy with this here. And just kind of copy that reference for what I want to do for the colors here. I really like the almost pop art look of the opening. And I'm gonna have the background be that way as well. I think it's gonna really be kind of cool. Need a smaller one. There we go. Get this. So I'll make the all the shadows kind of very strong lines as well. Alright, so let's go into another layer. Let's select all... Nope. Let's select all of this very vibrant pink. Or not yet. There's a spot here that didn't get colored. Alright, let's select all this very vibrant pink. And I'm gonna have all the light. I think I'm gonna have all the light come up from this side. This would be nice and bright. This is the back leg that will be very dark and stuff. That should be. And go with this very dark maroon color. Oh, you haven't watched it yet? I highly recommend it, but I guess it just depends on the type of anime that you do like. I think it's really good. It is quite it's quite extreme at times, and it's very adult themed. So while nothing new layer. While nothing it's nothing sexual or anything like that. It's still very adult theme kind of stuff. So I would put that warning on it. But other than that, it's very funny. It is very unique. I haven't seen a whole lot of other animes like it. But I do. I highly recommend it. Actually, let me make this layer. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Just not a multiply, but like do a different. All right, so then let's do all of this and all of that, and then we'll smooth that out. Oh, I have the erase along the edge. I'm like, why is my eraser being very weird? I will say about this particular anime, it is ongoing. It's just finished season 2. And there's going to be more. So if you cannot wait for this, I would highly recommend also instead reading the manga. I am gonna put a shadow there, just not yet. And I'm gonna have this blend in a little bit better. Yeah, but I'd be interested to know what types of animes you're in, that you like to watch, because I can make suggestions based on that. There's so many different types of anime, so let's make this line a bit smaller. Actually, if I do that on a new layer, I can adjust it better. That looks better. And then make this here. Oh no, I don't want to do that yet. Oh, I have this like popping out right there. And then I want to do this whole shadow here. No. There we go. And that looks good there. We're gonna do some very extreme highlights on here. Actually, I might get in this like green that they have going on here for the highlight. Actually, let me do that on a different layer so I can erase it the way that I want it. It's very turquoise green, like a little bit like rim lighting. I like that. I think that's gonna make it look good. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to keep that so I can do the shadows on the face. And do another layer of where her chin would be. And then a new layer here. And do that. And then get in here with the highlight of her where her ears, you get some light bouncing off here, but not maybe not that much. And then just this would all be in shadow here. So, and it's just gonna go over, so I'm doing it messy. But maybe a lighter shadow. Let's go a different layer. different eraser for this. There we go. Get a smaller eraser. And have that blend in like that. And then have, oops, all of this in here. And then do the highlights in this green. If I can get in there and make it look right. Smaller lines. Actually, I'll do it in a different layer. Nope. I just want the lines to be smooth. I do have to go in there and fix that a little bit, but I think that's gonna look good. Move on to like her hair, which I'm gonna use a much darker. Oh, let me do her eyes with a much lighter pink. Instead. There we go. And then and they keep her eyes in this reference like a darker pink, because her eyes are actually red. Nope, smaller. And then I go in there and do the shadows or the highlights with a pure white. Let's do actually one more layer and then do a shadow here on the eye. There we go. That looks correct. Alright. Do the highlights in the eye. Too big. There we go. Do a smaller one here. And then I'm gonna do all the shadows where her hair would have a drop shadow. And I don't need to be, oops, not on that layer though. I don't need to be super precise with it, but because it would have a drop shadow there, and then one that goes this way. This way. That actually looks to be a little bit more precise. You know, I wonder if it's the pen I'm using. Oh, it is. That's why it doesn't look right. Let's do with the G pen instead. I like the way that tapers off a little bit better. There, and then there would be a drop shadow here. And that's just blending straight into the hair, but but that's gonna get all covered up once I've completed it. There we go. And have that there. Have the shadows. This all can be in shadow there anyways. There we go. Now let's get some of her hair. We're gonna reference this, and I actually might just pull straight from, oh, it's a purple. I'm gonna make it a little bit more purple with the hair. And then color all this hair in. And then really get this pop art look to it. Go in here, use the eraser tool. And go in here and really make the look pop. And without actually looking at the actual intro, I'm gonna make some guesses on the rest of her clothing, on what colors I should use that will go well. Why am I not? Oh, I got the wrong eraser. There we go. I'm gonna go in here and fix this up a little bit. There we go. Right in there. There we go. Come in with this tool and just fix it. Nope, that's an eraser. With this brush and just kind of get right to the edges here. And that looks fine there. And then her eyebrows with the same purple. And I actually might go in and have it be an even darker purple than I had before, or what I have right currently. All right, get in there. Oh, I have. Am I doing it on the same layer as this? Oh, I was. That's fine. Get in there with that. All right. I have this. I'm gonna change it just slightly. Not as a bright purple, but a little less saturated. There we go. And I'm gonna go in. Let me do some highlights with the lighter pink here. Alright, let's just select the purple. Go into a new layer. And then go in. And then really go in with a darker version of that purple. And highlight some of her hair so we can see the hair better, especially these bangs that she has here. I really want that to pop. So I'm gonna take all of this back here and push it back with the darker purple here. And I know she's got these earrings on, and we'll get that here in a second. And do the same on this side. Push all this hair back here with the purple. And then I'm gonna come in and get this purple here. And kind of go in with the shadows like that. No, I want the triangle shape still in there. And then come in here and get this colored in here. Come on. It's really pretty music. Color this. So you really see these other details of her hair. Color it back here. And a little bit like that. And all underneath here and back here. There we go. Get another layer here and kind of put like these triangle shapes in here. And then put the highlights in like this, the same turquoise green. Should I go do this? Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. And then kind of bring that in like this. Can I blend that a little bit? No, it's fine like that. And then do the highlights in this same turquoise green. Nope, different tool. Or different size, I should say. Really emphasize these highlights. I'm gonna have to erase that there. And get that there. And this here. There we go. There we go. Really emphasize the pop art look of this. Alright. Now I don't remember exactly in the opening when they have it like this, how exactly like the color of the clothes were, so I might go a little bit what I think might look really good. So if I got this pink here, maybe I go a little bit. Normally her sweater would be pink. I'm gonna go like a lighter, but like more hot pink. With that, instead, for her sweater, because it would normally be like a light pink. So then I might go a much hotter pink with this. Instead, I might change it up. Maybe not this pink. Maybe a little bit different. I hadn't decided yet. We'll see whatever might look good for this particular drawing. And then I think I might go with a very vibrant like green, like almost like a turquoise green for the skirt, which normally would be a dark blue. Maybe it's a little bit too on the nose with this, that pink. So maybe a slightly different. Maybe if I make it blue. Let's change the hue. Let's see if I make it like if I went yellow with it or blue. I do want something quite vibrant with it. If I did a maybe go with like a purplish pink like that, and then make it more saturated. Or a yellow. And then a very vibrant yellow. want to go with this a green, so maybe I do more purple with this and go more saturated, and then darken it, lighten it. I don't want to do too light because then it looks too pastel. Maybe I might change it. Let's see how I feel. Okay, let me I'm looking at the time currently. I do plan on getting this finished, and I plan on putting the results up on my Discord, and it's going to be on Blue Sky and on X. I'm looking at the time. I do not have time to finish this right now. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and log off here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.